and this is Cooking with a Disability. I'm Momma Core, and this is
Son of Core.
Oh, okay. And today we are cooking
With a disability.
Yeah, what are we cooking?
Lasagna.
Lasagna.
Whatever.
So we're going to be cooking lasagna, and we've taken a trip down to Asda and we've got some goodies. So what you're going to need is some Asda's grated mild British cheddar. Now you can go a bit more, you can have really strong grated cheese if you want to, but I kind of don't really like any strong cheese, we like mild. You're going to need a pack of these, and this is Asda's Butcher's Selection, and it's British beef reduced fat steak mince. Typically less than 12% fat. That's something extra. And then then you're going to need Asda free from gluten-free lasagna sheets. And we've got here free from Bolognese sauce, and that one there is, can you pass me that one? That one here is Asda's free from white lasagna sauce. Can you put that back for me? And we got some tomato puree, and we've also got, thank you assistant. We've also got rich beef concentrated. Say that one when you're drunk. Beef stock. And then we've got here some herbs to mix with the beef and onions, which is mixed herbs. We got parsley, and then we got some oil for the frying. We've also got one large, and I mean it was huge, onion, and they're just diced up. And then we've got some red and green peppers. They were actually quite big, but the green one was smaller than the red one. So you can go for large red pepper or an orange or a yellow. Doesn't really matter really. So we're going to get on with the frying, and we'll meet you on the other side. So what we're going to start by doing is turning the oven on to get ready. So we'll turn it like that to about 190. So first of all, we're going to add the oil. Gethin, can you pass me the oil? Now all I've done in here is added some pepper and salt into the oil for extra flavour. I'm going to do about 2 tablespoons. Now if you can pass me the onion. Now we're just going to cook these off for a bit. It should take about 5 minutes, it shouldn't take long, and then we'll only cook them off for about a minute, and then we'll be adding our meat. And then once our meat starts going brown, then we'll add the peppers. This is a big pit. Can you stir Gethin? You don't want to turn it all the way up so everything burns, but we turn it up most of the way. 3/4 of the way is best. Oh. How's that looking?
It's looking delicious.
It's looking good. So now you can start hearing that frying. You go down in. There you go. So now you can start hearing that frying. Hear that popping? I love the smell of cooking onions. You love the smell of cooking onions.
If you look at me while I'm like cooking, you can see me back to
like dribbling like a little girl. Smells so good.
I don't really like onions, but when it turns into a lasagna, I like them all a bit.
Gethin's favourite is lasagna. Right, now these have started cooking. Gethin, if you'd like to pass your meat.
Here's Mr. Meat.
Now what we're going to do, I know this, like some people don't like touching meat, but literally you just got to go for it. You don't want to dump the whole thing in, because what we'll do is we'll have really, really big chunks. That's not the best, we don't want that. So we're going to break it up.
Break it up, break it up.
Some people cook it from frozen. I've done that a few times and it's just not the same as cooking it when it's raw. Because you want to have that broken up meat, and when it's frozen it's just one big clump and you're bashing it all the time and it's just a nightmare. You pass that how you put in the bin.
Here you go.
So as you can see, all the meat is red, and what we want to do, we want to cook it until the meat is nice and brown. Can you smell those onions? Oh. So we're going to be mixing the onions in with the beef.
Oh! Man overboard! Well, meat
Don't want to do
overboard.
that. I got too excited. Leave that cook for a minute. I'm going to move that cook on the thing. Oh, the smells are so good. Smell of cooking onions, just like the best smell. I love it so much.
I like the smell of meat because it reminds you of spaghetti bolognese a bit.
Yeah. And as you can see, the meat is starting to brown, which is what we want. Oh, what am I doing? There's going to be more on the cooker than there is actually in the pan. And as you can see as well, it's reduced down, which is what we want. There's not so much in the pan now. It was like up here before, and now it's reduced down because it's cooking.
So when the meat looks cooked, it makes me super dribble because it makes me want to eat it.
No. So what we'll do now is we'll add a little bit of the concentrated stock. So we don't need much at all of this. Just 2 drops, and that is done. And this is also gluten free as well, so that is absolutely fantastic. You want to keep on doing this until all those red bits of meat are gone. So we'll leave that for a bit. Gaff, do you want to add a little bit of salt and pepper for me? And a bit extra of that. And a bit more.
Seriously.
Mix that up. Right, do you know, add the peppers. What we'll do now there's only a little tiny bit of red meat left, we'll add the peppers.
Timber! Timber!
And what we'll do is we'll add a little tiny bit more oil. Can you pass the oil?
Okay.
And then to this, what you want to add is all our herbs. So if you pass the herbs, Gethin. And about a teaspoon of this. Now this is parsley, so about 2 teaspoons, because we love parsley. And then if you've tried the mixed herbs, and then we want to do about a tablespoon of that. So it's really, really yummy. Also as well, if you feel that, if you really, really like mixed herbs, or anything like that, and taste it once it's cooked, and you don't like the flavour, you want it to be a bit more richer, or you want a bit more stock in there, whatever, just add as you go along the way, and just go to your taste, because you might like than us, you might like lots of pepper, or a bit more salt, or a bit more mixed herbs, you know? So just add as you like. Oh, I'm getting this everywhere.
Only one man dropped out. Dropped out of school.
I got a man down, there's a man down.
He dropped out of school too early.
And turn this up a little bit more.
Something's go quicker.
Getting those juices going.
I said the wrong word.
Oh. Right, so all that meat is now cooked off. That's absolutely brilliant. So we're going to leave that cooking on high heat for a bit more. I think what we need is a bit more stock. Tiny bit more stock. So another drop of that. And then what I do is I start by adding a bit more puree, and then the flavour of the tomato will actually go into the meat, and it's really, really yummy. So about a teaspoon to start off with. And we want to mix that up. Now you can see the peppers have started cooking as well, and those onions are really starting to go soft. That's just what you want. So you don't want them to be too hard before we put them into the pan, because then once they've been in the oven, they haven't been in the oven for long enough, you'll have these hard onions and be biting into hard onion. That's not what you want. You want nice and soft onions. So now all the flavour is all the way through this. That's what you want. We need smell-o-vision. Somebody needs to like design something to like have smell-o-vision. Press the button for smell-o-vision.
You know what? I was just thinking you were gonna like say, oh, I know she's gonna say some. I know she's gonna say about the TV smelling thing.
Now this is bit. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is looking good. We're going to reduce the heat to about halfway, and then what we're going to do is we're going to add our sauce. So it's Bolognese sauce, free from Asda. You can go to other stores as well. Well, so far we've been to Tesco's and Asda, Morrison's as well. I've got a really, really good free from aisle.
Those are the only big shops here. Whoopsie.
You klutz! Right, if you add about that much water into there, Gethin.
Like a little, not like
that.
that.
You can do it.
clean up an aisle too.
Yeah, that's fine. And all cutsy. And then what we do is we mix that up with the rest of the sauce that's in there. Let me put that in there as well. Put that on the side. And what we're going to do now, once we've mixed this in, Gethin's going to slowly mix that in really carefully now because it's quite full. It's carefully, and I'm the one that's been spilling it everywhere. And to that, what we're going to do is, do you want to put it on there so it doesn't fall off? We're going to mix about a tablespoon of tomato puree.
If anybody sees this, if anybody can see it like I'm seeing it, it looks delicious.
I think anything with the name lasagna in it to you is just like the best thing since sliced bread, isn't it? Yeah. I think if you found out the world was ending, you had to have your last meal, it would be lasagna, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Lasagna on the table.
If you found out the world was ending, what would be your last meal? Mine would be scampi and chips.
It would be lasagna.
Lasagna.
What would yours be, Ev?
And then what would yours be? Evan's behind camera.
Hello.
What would your last meal be?
Scampi and chips.
Scampi
Oh,
and
what
chips.
would yours be?
Beer.
Ha! Dear, you got to have a meal. No, an actual meal. What would it be? Steak.
Well, my last...
Surf and turf.
Ooh.
Best of both worlds. Get your scampi and you get your beef. But the beef has got to have like really big fatty bits on it because it's just not the same without it. You can get like really small fatty bits and they're not like fried to an inch of its life. It's just not nice. It's not as good. So right, this is basically done. We're gonna warm up our cheese sauce, add a bit more cheese, like a handful of cheese, and we'll start layering. I'll see you in a minute. Hello, we're back, and now it's time to layer. So what we're going to start off with, as our mixture is really nice and cooked, and that tomato has made such a nice thick sauce with that nice beef stock. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a layer of the meat first, and we're going to flatten that out and make sure we've got it all over. Is that looking good, Geth?
Mm.
Is it looking good?
It's looking delicious.
So make sure it's an even layer, but if it's not, the layer police aren't going to come round and arrest you. It's perfectly fine. I'm like, oh, what are you doing? All sorts of crazy. That's not even. Can't come out of the box, and then you need your free-from lasagna sheets if you can get them out of the box. And then we put it. Oh, this is already looking good. It's already looking good. Okay, I need to know. Gethin, I'm really sorry. I can't get these out. Do you want to pass them to me? Can you pass them to me? I just can't get them out. They're looking good. And then break them so they go into smithereens. Heh. Like that one. And we're done. Put that in there for the next layer.
Oh.
And then what we're gonna do, oh god, is scoop on. Now what we've done with this is we've just heated it up, that's all we've done. And then we've added a handful of grated cheese. And then we're just gonna...
You wouldn't even feel there's cheese in that.
You can kind of see it a bit.
Yeah, you can see a little yellow, a bit of yellow.
And then make sure you got it all the way around. But like I said, nobody knows. Nobody's gonna really go, oh my god, there's not enough. So yeah.
It's
But for Gethin, he's the one that's gonna go. There's not enough in there.
Oh, I'm probably gonna say put more meat.
More meat.
Yeah. The more the meat, the more delicious.
There you go. This hip insides. Oh! It's okay, I got it. It's alright. We got it. And then, go from there, do another layer of yummy meat. Yummy meat. Yummy meat. That's going to be the core song, isn't it? Yummy meat. Do you know what? I think we're only going to be able to do 2 layers in this one. Gethin's like, oh, should have got a bigger pan. Perfect. My arm is killing.
We got some leftover meat.
Sorry, what was that?
We got some leftover meat.
Sorry, what was that? Second good. It's all good. Then we need those sheets. I know they're a nightmare to get out. I think it's because the board is so tight. Shake it.
Shake it off.
Shake it like a Polaroid picture. Ooh. It does actually say to boil these. Don't boil them. We've done this before and we've boiled them, and it's the biggest nightmare ever because they just go and they stick together, and then you've got to put them in water, and then you've got to try and separate them, and you can't separate them because they're boiled. Do you know how they're for me, darling? You've got to try and separate them because they're boiled, and it's just not happening. It's just not happening. I'm not going to be able to break that in half. If you can't have fun when you're cooking, when can you? That's when it's all worth it, what a bit. And then I'm going to put all of this yummy mixture on top. All those big lumps, just dip it. Just dip it. Grab that from Mummy and put it in the frying pan. Put it in the frying pan, please. Okay. Put it in the sink. I need that one. No, I'll use this. Okay. And then just literally back in there. And then we're gonna push these out to the sides. Like so. And then what we're going to do from there is get our grating, because you don't want to be, there for ages grating cheese. When there's a company that grates it for you, yes please, I'd rather do that. There's cheese going everywhere. Cheese gone everywhere. It's okay. We'll save it for later.
What?
We'll save it for later.
Save it for Ron.
Save it for Ron. Later on. Right, if I just... Should we use the whole bag? And then what we're going to do is we're going to sprinkle some parsley. Just for, showing off. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put it across the oven. You ready? Right, we'll meet you in a minute. So we're just going to put this bad boy in the oven. It's going to look good. Watch out. Watch your hands. That's in there. Now put it in for about 20 minutes and see how it's going. We want all the top nice and like a really deep orange, and then you know it's cooked. Right, close it up and we're all ready. See you in a minute. Hello, we are back and look what we have.
Lasagna.
And it's looking so good, it's unbelievable, and I'm well proud of us. You did good to me. So what we're going to do now is I'm just going to go around the sides like this. Are you excited to go?
Yeah.
So do you know how that would be? So I'm going to cut a really thin slice. Guess I know, I want the whole lot. Yeah, we just cut. Let's just go for it. Oh. Do you know what's funny about lasagnas? It's like no matter what, right? I could be here for the next hour cutting this, and no matter what I do, it just ain't gonna come out perfect. The first bit you come out literally goes, bah. But it's good. So actually, don't worry if it doesn't come out perfect. Nobody cares. Unless you've got OCD, then it can really care. It was like, it gotta come out perfect. Alright, are we ready? Ready? Wiggle it. Yeah, pass me the plate. And go like that.
Just like sprinkle a bit of like leaf on it, and then it's like,
you know what's
bon appetit.
Yeah. Do you know what's really nice as well? That the parsley sprinkled on top has come out really, really nice. So if you get the spoons on the top over there, get some spoon, and we will try it. Am I going to try it first?
No.
Go on, you try it first. And tell me what you think. No, wait, it's going to be hot. We're family, so we can cheers. How is it with the peppers and all them?
Oh, it tastes delicious. Seriously?
I'm so sorry. I'm really
Now we're gonna have to clean the merch. We're gonna have to clean the merch now.
We got new aprons today. What do you think? So I got Momma Core, and Gethin's got Core, Evan's got Core, and we've got Father, of course. Evan, should we come in and try it? Because Gethin ain't gonna shit.
There you go, you can have this slice.
Evan. You're going to drop it on me. Drop it on me.
Promise.
Right, see what you think. It's so good.
He didn't blow.
Let cheese on top as well. I grab a bit of that cheese. Yeah, so that was lasagna. And I hope you enjoyed. Also, before we go, we've hidden an emoji face somewhere in this kitchen, and it's been here the whole time. So what emoji face was it, and where was it? Let us know, and you're getting a little prize. I hope you enjoyed. This has been Cooking with a Disability. This is the Core family. I'm Momma Core.
And I'm Son of Core.
I'll see you next time. Bye.